What's up, guys? It's Techno Viking 23 coming to you today with another episode in my Raid Shadow Legends free-to-play series. We are up to day 41 on our new free-to-play account, going through playing the game, and we're going to get 150,000 silver for our day 41 login reward. Kind of cool. We're going to get a Void Shard tomorrow on Friday, which is pretty awesome as we work our way toward getting the epic champion Yaga the Insatiable. Which is kind of funny because with our luck on this account, we've actually already pulled him from an Ancient Shard. So, going to be a nice 4-star chicken when we eventually do get him and pick him up there. So, it's been a couple days since we did the last free-to-play episode, so we're going to take a minute here just to catch up with the account. I know there's some cool stuff going on this weekend in Raid. We actually do have a summoning boost that is going to be coming up tomorrow. From Ancient Shards. We got a 2x Ancient event, give us a 2x chance to pull Legendary and Epics. So that's kind of cool. And yesterday we did finish our weekly quest, so we actually got 2 Ancient Shards that we have ready to go. Let's get in here tonight and just pull our 3 Mystery Shards for our daily quest. Been getting kind of lucky with some shard pulls lately. We're going to go over the roster here. There's been a lot of roster changes on the account over the last couple of days, so I want to catch you guys up on that and kind of talk about some of our plans here going forward. So that's our first daily quest down. Let's see if we've got anything here. Just pick up some cheap items to finish that quest. So let's go into the missions first of all. I wanted to talk about this. So we have finished up our first level of our Arbiter missions. We're working on the second. And right now we're at 25 lesser spirit potions from stage 5. I don't know if the spirit keep's open tonight or not. I think it's the force keep. But we did reach silver 1 in the arena. And so then our next tough one is going to be 50 silver or gold medals from the arena. So we hit silver 1. We've already fallen back into bronze 3 though. So it's going to be kind of tough to hold that position. And you can see here we're actually on win 30 silver medals for the last part of this arena challenge. So, but there's where we reached silver 1 in classic arena. So that was kind of a cool accomplishment, and in the Great Hall we've been working on getting our accuracy up. We have to get 2 of these to level 4 for this stretch of Arbiter missions, so that's something we're going to be working on. A couple of tournaments going on right now. There's Ice Golem, and I believe Dungeon Divers event is the only other thing there, so nothing too crazy, but let's get into the roster and kind of talk about this a little bit. And you can see here we did finally get Kale to level 60. He's a 60, fully ascended, 6-star. He's our top character. And now our focus has to be on getting our next level 60, because at this stage of the game, when you're first starting out, you're in your first month or two, you really just want to build up 4 or 5 level 60 champions that you can use to get through the brutal campaign and start working on other things within the game. So we kind of have to decide who's going to be next. And we take a look in the vault. You can see here I've actually, I did get a second Frozen Banshee, which is kind of cool. And since she's already at 40, I'm going to make her, basically, she's going to wind up being a chicken. But you can see here that I've already leveled up a couple of characters to 40, so that when we get 4 of these 4 stars, we'll be able to make some 5-star chickens out of these guys. But this just kind of shows you how long it's going to take to get to that point, because you have to level a character to level 40, and then you have to get 4 just regular 4 stars at level 1 to put into them. So in order to make the 5-star chickens that we need to bring another character up to level 60, we need at least 25 characters to begin with. So it's a grind. It's a bit of a grind. You got to stick with it and just focus early on getting those. Some other stuff here, these are just some fusion champions that we have in here for the various fusions. Now, something that's kind of cool is we already do have 4 of the characters we need out of the 16 to fuse the epics for Roz and Scarhide, so that's kind of cool. But just to look at the roster real quick, we've been working on Frozen Banshee because she's going to be very important in our clan boss team. She's actually one of the better clan boss champions in the entire game just because of her poison sensitivity that she can place. And she also has poison on her first attack there. So between her and Kale, we actually have our poison pretty much taken care of on the clan boss team, which kind of makes poor Yaga over here irrelevant now. Now on my main account, Yaga is the only poisoner I have. He's pretty solid, but he takes a lot of work to make him really good on Clan Boss. So we got this Yaga out of a blue shard, of course, before the login reward. I hate pulling login reward champions out of shards, but he gives us another epic for now. And we can find some use for him maybe in Faction Wars. But when we get the second one, we're probably going to use it as a 4-star chicken. No point in keeping two of him. We did get Haikatun to 40, but we've got Gorgorab, so he's been our main guy in the arena. We did pick up Coffin Smasher, who is another excellent Clan Boss champion. So we're kind of starting to build our Clan Boss team, and he's eventually going to replace Bogwalker because he has an attack down on his first attack here, and he also has an HP burn on his other attack. So we're going to work on getting him leveled up to put him into the Clan Boss team eventually. So we have a pretty decent Clan Boss squad coming together. We've got basically 5 characters between Kale, Frozen Banshee, Skull Crusher, Bulwark, and then Coffin Smasher that we can kind of use once we get them leveled up a little bit more. Let's see, what else did we? We also pulled Aina, I'm not sure how you say it. Cool design on her, not really too sure how good she is, but she's got the kind of just like a basic kit, but we're going to work on her at some point. We just really haven't been putting much work into these champions because I've been trying so hard. You can see here another uncommon. All we're working on getting to level 40. I've been working really hard on building up some 40s that we can use as food. We did pick up a Steel Boyer. We got Dilgol from one of the events. He's kind of a cool dwarf, so we're going to hang on to him, and he's a Void champion. And we also got the Sanctum Protector, who's a newer rare champion. And then the other cool addition to our team was Dune Strider. We got her from I think it was a Champion Chase event. I don't remember what event she dropped from, but I really like this character as a rare. She's got a pretty cool kit. She's got a 30% chance of decreased defense, and then she has 3-time random attack and decreases target's turn meter by 10%, which is pretty cool. And then she does have a heal reduction on her last ability, which is very helpful in some dungeons and other places this early in the game. But she's a pretty cool champion, cool design, very cool kit. So that's some of the stuff that's been going on with the roster, just to kind of give you guys a heads up. I think for our next level 60 is probably going to be Frozen Banshee, just so we can start to focus on building that Clan Boss team, because that's going to give us some pretty cool rewards once we can start doing well on that in terms of the damage. So let's see if we have enough here to bring her up a couple levels. That was only 2. I don't really want to burn anybody here. You know what? That'll do it. There we go. Okay, cool. So we've got this 3-star. These are all going to be food that we're just working on food chain to eventually get that other level 60. Let's see, we need to do some gear as well here. Let's see who. I don't know if I have enough to try to get another piece to 16, so we're just going to try to see if we can get one plus one on here. To get our quest, we have to do 4 upgrade attempts. So we've been getting some decent gear. You can see here we got a 5-star epic weapon. I've been farming a lot of the speed stage, so we're kind of starting to build up a good bank of speed gear. I need to go in and work on lifesteal as well, because just to get some better pieces, so we can replace some of these common pieces with something a little bit better. Alright, let's go and do our arena matches for the day. Okay, we did stay in Bronze 4, so that's cool. So we're actually at 1207. We managed to get up to 1300 for silver. And now we just kind of have to see if we can beat any of these teams to get back up, which I don't know. It's pretty tough right now. There's some of these rosters we have to face are pretty bad. All right, let's see. I've been using Dune Strider in my arena team. She's kind of fun, just from her random attacks that she can do. Trying to see if there's anybody here I want to try to fight. Even though these are all level 50s, they're some very good characters. So, all right, you know what? We'll just try the top one here. Let's see what we can do. But our whole goal here is we've got Gorgorab, who's going to speed us up. He's been kind of our saving grace as we go through here, since he's able to give our guys a lot of speed. Yeah, we're not going to win this this match, I don't think. You need Kale to pull something crazy out here, but they've got a legendary on their team, so it's kind of tough. And maybe we'll get lucky tomorrow and pull our first legendary from the 2X event, but I don't know. We never really have too much luck in the sharp pull events. Alright, so that's a shame. And that's going to drop us into Bronze 3. And still difficult rosters to fight. It's just unbelievable how tough some of these rosters are. Alright, let's see if we can refresh and get an easier page. This might be... Yeah, this will be a little bit easier here. Problem is, though, as soon as we win one match, we're going to be right back into Bronze 4, which means we're going to have another roster reset, and it's going to be back to the same stuff, basically. Might be able to beat these guys. But our arena team is not something, we want to focus on it so we can get some of the missions done, but at the same time, we're not super focused on it because it's going to be tough to compete early on, to worry about getting up through silver or even trying to go through gold. We're pretty lucky we pulled Gorgorab, because once we get him built up, he's going to be a pretty awesome champion for the arena. But he's going to take a lot of work, and we need to work on a Ward Maiden as well. See, look at that. We just got destroyed by one person. And that's probably a gear thing. Like, so their one Kale is 60, my Kale's a 60, but their one Kale is better than my entire team. That's just how it works sometimes. So not a whole lot of wins out here to be had, unfortunately. Kind of working it there a little bit. All right, so that's my 5 for the daily quest. That's really all I wanted to do at the start here. Let's go ahead and claim all of these and see what our other dailies are. So we got to beat campaign boss 3 times and use 50 energy. That should be pretty doable. Let's see. I will just work on Queen Ava here, because we've actually I've been farming this stage trying to get some speed gear. Let's see, who do we want to drop into that other spot as we build up our chicken stock here. Let's put this 3-star here. We can start working on her so that we get her to 30. Then we can just bring her up to a 4-star pretty easily. But we're at the point now where Kale can pretty much handle most of this on his own. We're having some trouble still with the later stages of the Brutal campaign, so I'm not quite ready to start farming like level 8, which I really need to be able to do, because that's where we want to start farming some lifesteal gear. But we're still working up to that point. It's really going to be helpful getting some other characters up there. And Kale just needs... I need to work on his gear a little bit and some other things with him. He's pretty strong, but he's kind of built for... mainly for clan boss right now, so... Attack resistance. I hate to... We're just going to sell it. I don't like that stat roll. Resistance can be helpful later, but right now it's not something we're really... We're looking for a percentage stat. Anything that can help. Crit rate, attack. Maybe a speed roll on that first one. But you can see here, Kale just basically handles everybody by himself here. And that lifesteal helps him heal back up. So he's mostly in lifesteal for campaign and also for clan boss. Because we don't really have another option at this point. I'd really wish I could build him for more damage, but this is kind of what we have to do early on, especially since we're free to play. Have to kind of take what we can get. Eventually we'll want to rework Kale to help us climb an arena, but right now it's just kind of tough. And then the other thing too with a lot of these characters, you got to get the gear, then you have to have all the silver that you need in order to level up the gear and exchange the gear. And it's one of the areas that I really hope Plarium works on in this game, is the way the gear sets kind of interact. Like, I wish they would allow you to set it up to where you can actually go in and kind of have different gear sets for each champion, where you can just swap them out without having to pay silver. Like, you could swap, like, take Kale for example, you could swap Kale over to his like arena gear or his clan boss gear or just his campaign gear. That would be kind of cool. All right, let's see what the advanced quests are for today. 2 clan boss keys, 12 crypt keys and faction wars, 3 artifacts from dungeons, 5 tag team arena series, classic arena with the same affinity, and 20 turns against the demon lord. Okay, cool. This might be a doable page here. You can see here we're working our way through the advanced quests. We're on 170 out of 250. Going for that legendary book, which right now doesn't really matter because we don't have any legendary characters, but definitely want to get through this and reset it so we can get back to this 3-day experience boost, because that's really a big thing for our account here. We have 17 minutes left on our experience boost, so all right, in order to take advantage of that, I'm actually going to go in here and let's see here. Here's Queen Ava. We're going to go ahead. I'm going to buy some extra energy here. And I'm going to do some auto battles. So what I'll do is I'll cut the video, come back once we're finished. But this way I can take it. We've only got 15 minutes left of that experience booster, so I definitely want to take advantage of that so we're not missing out here. Let me just queue up some people here to get some more XP. So let's go ahead and get that started. So I'm going to let that play out, guys, and when it's finished, we'll come back and do a little bit more on this episode. Alright guys, we are back after our 30 auto battles. Wanted to make sure we took advantage of the rest of our experience boost there, so we actually got some work done. We got our level 30 all the way up, so we'll be able to make her into a 4-star. We've got another 4-star almost fully up to level 40 to be able to make into one of those 5-star chickens for later. And we got a little bit of XP for this character here. We're actually keeping her though, so that's kind of cool. And then for the rewards, down at the bottom, we got 10 mystery shards, a whole bunch of the uncommon Elfguard character, which we'll probably just use her as food. She's actually an okay character to level up early on, but we're trying to focus more so on getting our next level 60. And we got a couple of gear pieces here. I filtered it so it only drops to 5-star. That's kind of what I'm looking for. Attack percent boots, those are okay. They're not amazing. Flat stat gauntlets, we'll probably sell those. Flat stat defense boots, we'll sell those. And actually a decent weapon. Okay, cool. So we got a 5-star rare weapon with crit damage percent and accuracy. That's always pretty decent, so be able to use a couple of those pieces. Alright, so let's head back into our bastion. And we are going to finish up our daily quests. So those are all done. We started our weekly quest over again, so I need to get 1 artifact to 12, 15 dungeon bosses. We're working on the monthlies again, about halfway through the arena challenge. We got to do 1 more artifact to 16, which we'll probably do this weekend because there is an artifact leveling event that we're going to want to do. And then it'll just be a matter of getting all this finished to get our void and our sacred here. So, alright, we're going to work on some of these advanced quests now. We got 3 artifacts. A lot of these are pretty easy to do. Let's go over here. Looks like we collected another mystery shard. So we're up to 24. You guys know me. This number is staying pretty low because I've been doing my 10 pulls like every single day just to get food, and that's actually how I pulled some of these rares. Both of my frozen banshees, and I've actually pulled 3 frozen banshees on this account, which is hilarious because I cannot get her to drop on my main account. I pulled 3 frozen banshees on this account, all from mystery shards. I used one as a skill book, and the other one I'm using as a chicken. So it's just hilarious how it works when you go to an alternate account and try to use some of these characters. So let's see if we got anything that we can put on Gorgorab. It's better than what we already have. So I'm kind of building him. We're actually going to sell these flat stat gauntlets. Let's just go through here and see if we want to sell anything that's got a percent. These are all pretty decent. That's a flat, we can sell that. That's a percentage. That's flat, we'll sell those. Okay, cool. So that's a little bit of silver there. But we're just trying to build up our speed gear so we have enough to start, giving us some of our characters here. But you see Gorgorab, we have him. He's at 180 speed right now, which is pretty good for bronze arena. We usually are pretty much guaranteed to go first just about every time. The problem is working on the rest of our arena characters. We need to build War Maiden up a little bit more, just so she can hit a little bit harder. You can see her crit rate's not very good. Her accuracy is okay. We need to build that up too. That's why she's in the perception set for right now. I'd like to make some more of those, but it's kind of tough. We don't have any barbarian rings or anything, so let's see if we have enough to build up any of these 3 stars. It does not look like we do. So we got a whole bunch of chickens now to farm up for food there. Let's go ahead and we can go run a clan boss, I guess, to kind of close this episode out. And again, I want to apologize, guys. This is really a series I enjoy making, and I wish I was being able to put it up more often. Just a lot of stuff going on. My job has been absolutely nuts. We are so busy. It's kind of crazy. I work in commercial real estate, and there's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now, but it's, watching the news, I would think we wouldn't be doing that well because everybody's leaving all the cities behind and moving out of the big buildings and working from home, but people are still out there buying property. It's pretty crazy. So we're doing okay, and we've actually been busier this year than pretty much any year I've been with my current company. This would be my 5th year there. And I'm going to celebrate my 5th year anniversary probably sitting at home in my pajamas. So that's kind of interesting. So real quick, we are running hard clan boss, which we probably shouldn't be, but we're just doing it to try to get better rewards out of the chest. We can't really do a whole lot here, but we've got Bulwark in our main spot for his defensive aura. At 4 stars, it's kind of a struggle, especially on the hard clan boss, because you kind of need some better stats. We still got Bogwalker in for our attack down. We've got Kale's Poisoner, Frozen Banshee for her poison and poison sensitivity. And Spirit Host, quite honestly, just because she's fully ascended level 50 and she's pretty much better than any other option we have right now. I do have Skull Crusher, but I haven't been able to ascend him at all. His gear's not great, and quite honestly, he's kind of flimsy right now. So we got to get him built up, but eventually he's going to be one of our main clan boss champions that we use. But we'll just go ahead and auto it just because I want to get the 2 battles done. But you can see there, Kale puts the poison on, and then Frozen Banshee puts on the poison sensitivity. So once we get the 2 of them geared up and leveled, that's going to be a huge combination for being able to do some damage. If we were running just the regular, the easier, the normal clan boss, we'd probably be doing pretty awesome. But right now, I'm just running hard. Like I said, the chest rewards tend to be a little bit better the higher up you go on clan boss. So we've been running the hard one just to see what happens. But we just got to get better lifesteal gear on most of our characters. And surprisingly, we're hitting a lot of debuffs, even though our accuracy is not amazing. We've been able to do pretty good here. But Bulwark's nice because he can hit the weekend and he can hit the HP burn. Eventually, we want to bring Coffin Smasher in. Probably going to sub him in for Bogwalker because he'll be able to do the attack down. That's the only reason we have Bogwalker in this lineup is because he's got the attack down on his A1. But once we can get Coffin Smasher leveled up, we can bring him in for attack down and also another HP burn. So that's kind of cool to kind of make sure we've always got that up. Frozen Banshees, I was going to say she's actually lasting a little bit longer than usual, but of course then she gets completely demolished. So we're just down to Kale now. This is about normal. We usually do between 2 and 2.5 per run on hard. Especially since I'm being lazy and not manually doing it. You're kind of at the mercy of the computer. But if you manual your clan boss fights, you're probably going to do more damage because you can make sure that certain abilities are used at certain times. Sometimes the computer's AI is kind of dumb and they don't really do things correctly. So just depending on what level you're at. But right now, we're just doing this to get our damage in and get a chest. And that's pretty much it right now. We're not, our team is not stellar enough or well enough geared to where we're really trying to max out our damage. We're just trying to get it done every day for the quests and the chest reward, which hopefully we'll get lucky and get an ancient shard from. I want to try to get a bunch of ancient shards for this weekend so we can take advantage of the 2x event. So I think last 2X event, that's when we got our Skull Crusher on this account, was from Ancient Shard, so that was pretty good. Hopefully we'll get something just as good this weekend. Fingers crossed. But knowing my luck with shard pulls, who knows? It's actually kind of funny. I have, altogether, I have 4 accounts that I play Raid on. I have my main account, which is low spend, and then I actually started a second account because I got tired of running out of energy, so I was playing 2 accounts. And then I got a third account on the PC that I use in my home office, just so I can kind of have it on the background for when work's a little slow. And then I decided to make this account just because I felt like this was a good game to do a playthrough series on YouTube. So this is basically like my YouTube free-to-play account. So I've got the 4 accounts, and I think across all 4, I've pulled 8 legendary characters. And it's funny because on my main, I've only got 1 that I pulled from a shard. It was a sacred shard I pulled during I think a 2X sacred event. And I got Norog, who's a skinwalker. And then I got one of the fragment legendaries. So I have 2 legendaries on my main account, which just hit, I think, day 100. I think I'm on 150 or 180. I can't remember which one, but I'm pretty far along on my main account, and I only have 2 legendary characters. So my other 2 accounts, my alternate accounts, which are both mostly free to play, I've pulled 6 legendaries on them, 3 on each, and like it's crazy. They all came from ancient shards, not even during events. It was just kind of random. So my luck on this game is very, very interesting. Now on this account, this is like my mystery shard luck account because I pull all kinds of great rares off the mystery shards. I can't really build any sets. That's kind of unfortunate. All right, so we're up to 514,000 silver, which I really need to start stockpiling so we can start leveling up some people. All right, but I think that's going to do it for this episode, guys. I think that's going to be right around 25, 30 minutes. I think that's a pretty good length for these. I don't want to sit here and have to bore you too long, but just kind of show you where we are in our account progression. 41 days in, we're doing pretty good. Free to play. We got our first 60. We're working on getting our next one, which again, we're going to be going for Frozen Banshee here as our next level 60, and then we're just going to continue to work on trying to improve the roster. We got some pretty decent, we pulled a couple of epics so far, so not too bad. We got Jizo, who surprisingly, I never really used him on my other accounts, but the cool thing about a free-to-play account is you're kind of forced to use other stuff, and I've actually been trying to farm up a good defensive set for him, and we actually did pretty good. So we're starting to build him up. You can see here he's almost at 1,800 defense, which is pretty awesome, even at level 40, and he hits pretty hard. I'll tell you what, so he's a champion I'm going to really enjoy kind of working with this time around. And then here's our guy, Coffin Smasher. He's an HP champ. This guy's one of my favorite champions in the game. I just think he looks cool. He's got his double hammers there. I don't know what he's got growing on. It's like a little octopus or something growing out of his back. Who knows? And his name is just cool. I like champions that have the creative name. Coffin Smasher is just it's pretty hilarious. Like there was an orc champion this weekend they had just brought out. His name was like Wagon Bane. I'm like, oh wow, he's like the bane of all wagons. It's it's pretty hilarious, some of the champion name. But I love Coffin Smasher. He just looks cool. Got a great name. Really good kit too. One of the best rares in the game. Really like this guy, so going to be putting some work into him as well. And like I said, just continuing to build the roster. We're actually in a pretty good spot for 3v3 arena since we pulled Gorgorab, so we can use him. We can use Haikatoon, and then we've also got Spirit Host. So those are all speed leads we can use in the arena, so that's pretty cool. But I think that's going to do it, guys, for this episode. As always, I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions about anything you saw in the episode, feel free to leave it down below in the comments. Or if you have any questions at all about anything with Raid Shadow Legends, feel free to leave it down below. Having a lot of fun with this series, and hopefully we'll start putting out some more episodes for it. As always, thank you for watching. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll see you again next time.